All right, just a quick tutorial on how to use Tinkercad. You can select the shapes from your shape generator and you bring them out onto the work plane. Once they're on the work plane, you can move them around by left clicking on them and sliding them wherever you want. You can also move the object by using your arrow keys. Your arrow keys will allow you to move them straight up, straight down, straight left, or straight right. You can also control the camera view by right-clicking anywhere and moving around. That'll allow you to move the camera view, camera angle, however you want. You can also left-click in the box up here, and that will allow you to change the views as well. This here will bring you back to your original view, and you can zoom in, and you can also zoom out. You also can zoom in with your scroll on your mouse as well. To change sizes of your object, you can click on it a couple different ways. You can just move the, you can click on any of these points here and just drag it to whatever you want. Anytime you do something that you don't want to do, you can just undo button, get us back to our original form. And you can also change shapes by just putting in the number you want. Now right now it's set on millimeters, so that's your standard units of measurement for Tinkercad. So it's 20 millimeters high at this point. You can change it to whatever you want, 45 millimeters high, whatever you want to do there. So that's a couple different ways to change the size and change the shapes of your objects. You also have the ability to make holes in your objects. So I have this here cylinder out, and I can bring out another cylinder, and I'm going to make it skinnier and taller than this one. So whenever you have your shape, you can cut a hole with that shape by changing it from a solid to a hole. Put the hole where you want to make it, and after you have your hole where you want it, you need to group them together. You group them together by kind of dragging your mouse and bring that box around to whatever you want to group, and then selecting this here icon. That will group them together, and once they're grouped, now you have a hole in that cylinder. You can also ungroup the shapes by using that icon there. So I want that hole there, so I'm going to group them. You can also copy, paste, and duplicate things. Just select whatever you want to copy, click the copy button, click the paste button, and you'll have a copy of whatever you wanted to copy. You can also duplicate. Click on whatever you want to duplicate, and click this icon here, and it will duplicate. Have another one there. The last thing I want to talk about is using the work plane. You can only ever put objects down on the work plane. So right now my work plane is this big blue space here. If I wanted to put an object on top of or on the sides of this box here, I'd have to put down another work plane. So if I want to put a shape on the top of this, I'd have to get my work plane, a new work plane, and set it down on the top, and I could drag another object and put it on top of this one. Same thing holds true if I want to put something on the side. If I want to put something on the side, I need another work plane, and I put it on the side of that square there, and I can get another box and connect it onto that side there. You can manipulate it, change the sides of it. And if you want your original work plane back, you just put a work plane down on your original work plane, and there you go. So once again, now these are all three separate shapes. If you want to group them all together, once again, highlight them all, highlight whatever you want to group, and group it together. So now all three of those things are one figure. All right. Well, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please ask.